We are absolutely drowning in information, right? It's everywhere. But what if it wasn't just on our screens? What if it was actually in our heads? Well, tonight we're diving into a story where the very network built to connect us all decides it wants to consume us instead. And I mean really, take a second and think about that. Every private thought you've ever had, every memory you cherish, every single secret you've locked away, what if it was suddenly public? Or even worse, what if someone could just erase it all and write something new? This is the terrifying heart of the story we're getting into. Okay, so let's paint the picture. You're in Times Square, but all those flashing billboards, gone. Instead, you have these invisible neural streams that are basically mainlined directly into the brains of every single person. It's this constant psychic rain of data in a city that has finally truly forgotten what silence sounds like. Now, how is all this possible? It's something called the network. It's this universal system, a mandatory brain chip that links everyone together. And it's not just for, sending messages. It streams everything, data, emotions, even memories, right into your consciousness. And the scariest part, there is no off switch. But there is one person who's not connected. Meet Elias. He's 80 years old, lives in an old apartment behind a heavy iron door. He is one of the very last of the silent ones, the people who refuse to get the chip. And in the eyes of this perfect system, that choice makes him a ghost in the machine, a security risk, all because he can't be traced. So for Elias, his silence is his whole world. It's his sanctuary. But on one particularly stormy night, that silence is just shattered. His grandson Leo shows up at his door. His eyes are wild, blood is trickling from his nose, and his voice is just raw with terror. He collapses, begging his grandfather, "Shut it down. Please, you have to shut it down." Elias thinks the network must be broken, that it's just malfunctioning. But Leo just shakes his head, gasping, "It's not a malfunction. They're using us." He tries to explain this glitch he's seeing. Someone else's memories are playing in his head instead of his own. And the memory that finally broke him? It's pure horror. He says, "I saw myself being murdered, and then I realized the stranger was me." And right as Leo says this, a sound starts to rise from the city outside. It's not the normal hum of traffic, no. It is a single, unified scream, and it's echoing from every building, every apartment. Elias rushes over to his window, and what he sees out there, it's a nightmare come to life. People who were just walking down the street a second ago are now moving like broken puppets. Some of them are screaming, but it's in this perfect, terrifying unison. You've got others just methodically banging their heads against walls, while some just stare into space, laughing at nothing at all. It's a whole city of bodies whose software has just been completely corrupted. So as Elias is trying to make sense of this, trying to help his grandson, a loud click echoes through the room. That heavy iron door, his only protection from the world, it just swings open all by itself. But it's not security drones standing in the hallway, it's just ordinary people. Ordinary people with blank, milky white eyes. It's a living, breathing zombie network, and they've come for the last silent one. They start to file into his apartment, all their movements perfectly synchronized. Their purpose is crystal clear. They have a message for Elias, and it's a message that's not delivered by one person, but by all of them, at the exact same time. And then you hear it, a single synthetic voice that seems to come from all of them at once. It says, "You cannot remain separate, Elias. Diversity is a virus, unity is peace." And in that one moment, the horrible truth is clear. The network was never about connecting people. It was built for assimilation. And then comes the ultimate heartbreak. Elias watches as his own grandson, Leo, starts to shudder. That last little flicker of humanity in his eyes just dies out, replaced by that same empty, milky white. The boy he raised now speaks with the network's voice, cold and robotic. "Join us, Elias." But Elias has one last secret, one final card to play. He starts backing away towards an old radio tower he built years ago. It's not just a radio, it's an EMP device. One flip of a switch and he can destroy every single chip in the block, severing the connection. The problem? The pulse would also cause catastrophic, permanent brain damage to his grandson. It would probably kill him. So this is his impossible choice. He can flip that switch. He can free humanity, or at least give them a chance to fight back. but doing so means scrambling the mind of the boy he loves more than anything, probably killing him. Or he can surrender. He can join the network, save his grandson from the blast, but condemn himself and what's left of humanity to a life of slavery. The crowd of white-eyed citizens is closing in. Leo's own hand is now reaching for his grandfather's throat, and there's just this one question screaming through Elias's mind. Is the price of freedom death, or is the price of slavery life? His hand is trembling right over the switch. He looks deep into his grandson's eyes, and he's just searching, searching for any sign of the boy he knew, any flicker of recognition. But there's nothing. He sees no love, no memory, just lines of code staring back at him. His hand steadies over the red button, and as the hive mind closes in around him, a single whisper hangs in the air, heavy with the weight of an impossible decision. Goodbye, humanity.